got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Johnson now returning, and they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. Able to fight through one tackle.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This from 42 yards out. Succop's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 13. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's McLaughlin, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. 3rd and 2, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Looking deep downfield. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 10-7. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. First down, McLaughlin. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Touchdown. Here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Herbert's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Herbert. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Desmond King back deep. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Watson on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's McLaughlin. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, Watson. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Watson off play action. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off for the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Now it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Joey Bosa in on the stop. 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McLaughlin. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers. And they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Herbert now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down. They snap it to Herbert. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On first down, Justin Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Herbert throwing again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early. And sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete. It's Collins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I thought once he got out of the pocket, he was looking further downfield. Instead, he brings his sight lines back to a shorter route, settles on his receiver running the drag left to right, and they wind up not getting a whole lot out of that one.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be out of bounds but not before he takes it inside the 40. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up fourth down.
So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible. Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st down, it's Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
To the air again, Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Eckler. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A rough go there on 3rd down. A loss of 4.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Succop. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McLaughlin, and he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Watson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Herbert going to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Not much there, only a yard.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Throwing, Herbert. That's caught by Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 14.
And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Herbert to throw.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now it's Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman.
And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game.
Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Second and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's McLaughlin. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down
And they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground. But both really started to come in sync. So for Houston, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.